Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Narwhal. It's not really. My name is actually John, but my name is Narwhal, and I'm here with Kyle.
Are you ever going to start saying my name's John?
Nope.
Why?
Because Narwhal's cooler. I like having an alias online. I don't know. I feel like it's easier to remember as for people to remember as a brand name. Because if I
John's
see
unique.
dude, if I see a YouTube channel and his name is Chris
Smith.
Douglas, I'm dude, I'm not gonna remember that. But if it's hey, it was that guy and he said his name was Narwhal. It's
Narwhal Feng Shui.
Yeah, Narwhal Feng Shui is a lot easier to remember.
Exactly. That makes sense.
Yeah. Isn't it lame that there's only 6 colors?
What are you talking about? There's
Red,
way more than 6 colors.
Okay, hear me out though.
It's infinite colors.
No, but
well, for me, there's 3 colors. So
your life is so hard, Kyle.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how you deal with your
I don't either.
your color blindness.
Yeah, I'm just color deficient actually.
But the other day I when you're on the verge of going to sleep and so you're almost there, but if someone was to come into your room or if you heard a noise, you would wake
You're
up.
half asleep.
Yeah, so I was half asleep, but I was kind of in that state for a long time.
I get sleep paralysis?
No.
Oh,
it was
that's when that happens to me.
It was I was tossing and turning trying to sleep, and I'd get close, but then I would wake up, and then I would go to the bathroom, and then I would try again. But anyways, after 2 hours of trying to sleep, I got up and I would just looked at my phone, and I just had this realization
That there's 6 colors.
that there's only 6 colors
what?
in the world, in the universe. Isn't that so lame?
Well, technically there's 3, I think, right?
No.
What are the primary colors? And then they're all combinations of different colors.
Oh yeah, there's
it's
red, green.
No, I think it's
What?
red, blue, and yellow. I think.
Okay, yeah.
Because blue and yellow is green, red and blue is purple, red and yellow is orange.
Yeah.
And that's
But when it comes, I was just thinking of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and
there's indigo violet, right?
I mean, yeah, but it's kind of
Roji Biv.
sure. Let's say there's 8 colors then, but obviously we just have colors based on the light spectrum that humans can perceive. But I was just thinking out of all the things that we can do in the universe and how far technology has advanced, we can send people to space, we can do these wild things.
Why can't we create
and we can see fucking 6 colors. 6.
Well, it's 3, but yeah.
Yeah, but
now it's even sadder than what you thought it was. It's actually 3.
So let's say we can see 3 colors.
But it's different combinations of those 3 colors together.
No, I know.
To form different colors, which is cool.
Yeah, and there's different variations, but when it comes down to it, every color we see is a variation of 8 colors.
3.
I mean,
it's 3.
Sure, but let's say 8.
But it's 3.
But pink isn't red or yellow or blue. It's literally not.
Pink is red mixed with white, which I believe is all the colors or none of the colors. I don't know.
White is none of them.
But white is all of the colors.
No.
Yes.
No,
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay,
I'm
stop.
right. I'm right.
Okay, sure.
I'm right.
Oh my god. It doesn't matter, but I don't know. I just had this realization. I woke up from this trying to sleep and I was like, damn, we're kind of lame. And I was trying, and then I spent 30 minutes trying to envision a new color.
Yeah.
And you can't. Dude, it's impossible.
It's impossible. I was listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson. I listen to his podcast sometimes when I'm falling asleep. Dude, he said this thing that kind of blew my mind.
Okay.
So if you compare humans to chimpanzees, for example, we are, I think 99% the same. We're a very low percentage smarter than them.
Okay.
But to us, they feel so much dumber than we do, right?
Yeah.
Because we can build buildings and shit, and they it's cool if they use a stick to get some worms or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Or if they do sign language or something.
And so he was saying, what's to say that if there are aliens out there, they wouldn't be smarter than us? If they're even 1% smarter than us, we wouldn't even be able to perceive anything that they can do, and they would look at us as we would look at chimpanzees. And they'd be like, "Oh wow, you can fly to outer space. That's so
Nice.
cute."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so what was his point? Was that like maybe like a 1% difference is astronomical?
Insane. Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
we
thought,
can't even perceive that because we
Okay.
can't even comprehend that. And they like a chimpanzee can't just like build a fucking
Yeah.
skyscraper.
I thought what he was, or where you were going with that was that like to us they seem dumb, but to them, to chimpanzees we seem dumb. Like maybe they can see like 30,000 colors,
Well,
and
maybe.
they can like think all these different complex thoughts that we can't. And it's
Yeah.
just like a give and take. Like we can build buildings, but they can see 30,000 colors.
Yeah, no, that's not what I was saying. What
Okay.
I was saying is that
But they might.
maybe. I
Yeah.
mean, how can you really know? Well, you can look at the cones. And
Cones?
rods in their eyes, right?
Oh,
Because don't they say
yeah.
dogs and cats see like black and white?
I mean, yeah, but no one really knows. Like their eye structure might be different, but until someone becomes a dog and can relay that information
That's
to me,
true. Maybe they. Yeah. Have you ever thought hard enough and just said, what if everything John sees is 100% different? Like a square to me is a circle to him, and like a triangle is like a rhombus.
Oh, rhombus,
Yeah,
good
that
word.
was, yeah.
And
And everything just looks so different.
I mean, yeah, that's the same thing about like the same color argument. Like
Yeah,
everyone
but I
sees
was
different
going
colors.
a step further where like this to you is like a circle. Like the sloth is just like a ball.
Okay,
And I'm just like a slug.
and you think like when we touch it, do we also feel something
We-
different?
No, we feel the same, like it feels the same to us. Or no, it feels different. Like, okay, this is a bit of a stretch
So
here.
diving into Kyle's complex theories of the universe.
This is new for me. Usually you're the theory guy. This is my
Yeah.
theory.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even theory. It's just a what if. What if to me, something that feels wet is something that feels dry to you? So the feeling of being wet is the feeling of being dry to you.
But are both people
But you-
objectively they both are wet,
Yeah.
let's say, but
Yeah.
it feels like totally different things.
No, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Here's a step further. What if when I jump into a lake, it is the same as you jumping out of a lake? So you're like living in water, and
I've never really jumped out of a lake.
No. Listen, your atmosphere and your air is all liquid, right? And my air to me is what air is to me. But when I jump into a lake, I'm jumping into water, and it's like your world, my world,
Everything's just
it's all flipped. So it's like you're jumping into the air, and then you're swimming around the air.
Okay.
There's no way to
Yeah.
prove it, right?
I mean, no, there's not.
So
Like, and
I'm onto something.
Now, I could be like Debbie Downer and give you all the reasons why that doesn't make any sense.
But that's not as fun.
But I'm all down for these weird theories.
There you go. Are you proud of me?
Yeah, I am actually. That was good. I like
Thanks.
that.
I've thought this before, like for years.
Yeah, I've never thought that.
I've
But-
never like put it into words, and it was a lot harder than I thought it was.
Yeah.
I think no one is
I can
understanding what I'm trying to say.
No, I think our audience maybe.
I don't even
can
know
get
if you
that.
understand what I'm
No,
trying to say.
I do. I get it.
I have this picture in my head.
But I laid in bed the other night and for like 20 minutes was really, really trying to picture a new color, but you can't because it's like, and then I was thinking about how we talked about one time how every thought that you have, like someone else has thought that thought before, or like everything you base your thoughts off of are things that you've heard or seen in your life experience. And so like that, I was just thinking, for example, like people that were cavemen,
Yeah.
none of them are going to have the thought to like start a podcast, let's say. like to them that
Oh. They didn't even speak language.
I know, but like that,
They're sitting back and forth like
okay,
at this
maybe
little
that's-
rock table.
okay,
They're like,
okay.
oh, ooga. I just picture like caveman's fun. No, I just picture the Geico caveman.
Yeah,
Dude, did
yeah.
they look like that?
I don't know. I
Dude,
think that's
they
funny.
would have been
Okay,
so ugly.
Listen, that's maybe that's too far back. But like let's say
like
the 1600s, okay?
All right. What was going on in the 1600s?
Like since there were no like microphone recording devices and there were no cameras, the thought
Correct.
of like starting a podcast couldn't even have entered their mind.
Yeah.
You know what I
true.
mean?
That's
Because
true.
it like literally, well, I don't know. I guess I can't say that for sure, but like,
Well, there could have been some two guys like just high in their mom's basement. I don't think they had basements back then. They definitely had weed. There's two guys that are high, and they're sitting there, and they're like, dude, what if our conversations could, like,
be heard by others around the
everyone? Because our conversations are so good that everyone should listen to them.
Okay, yeah. And I guess that's probably, like, the start. Like, that's the nugget that starts it all.
And that just was held on for years until the cameras caught up and the microphones were invented, and then it sprouted.
So everything started from a stoner.
Correct.
Yeah. A lot of the greatest ideas and inventions ever have probably come from stoners.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the most famous music.
Yes, but
the Beatles.
But worse drugs.
I
Like
mean,
acid. I am the Eggman. You are the Eggman. I am the walrus.
I am the walrus, dude.
Dude, that music video is whack.
Yeah. That was awesome. But like, I don't know. So then I was just laying in bed thinking about stuff like that. And it's crazy how if like there are things that'll be norms in the future that are like totally normal. Everybody participates in it that we can't even think of because no one has ever put that thought or possibility into our head. And the people that change the world, like the people that really are like the game changers are like the engineers and the scientists that can think of things like
that haven't
even been thought of before.
Yeah, like who's the first person to say like let's create this device that we can call each other on and play games on?
Yeah. I mean, and I think in reality it probably isn't like that. It's probably a bunch of little steps.
Well,
like first we're going to create this little device and then we're going to create this, and it eventually gets to a point where it's like let's put these together. But I don't know, man. I was trying to think of inventions that don't even exist or like thoughts that I haven't had before, and I can't because everything I've based my life off of is things that I've heard.
I wish I was a smarter person, and for a lot of reasons. And I wish that I could just think of such a simple invention that hasn't been invented yet. Because I think we might have talked about this before, but there's so many inventions that, like a stapler, like a paper clip, like the bread twist tie.
Yeah.
Like, why can't I think of something like that we need?
Yeah.
Like a zipper. And all those things were invented before I was alive, but there's something that's going to come in the future that's like so obvious that no one's even thought of.
Yeah. And we feel like, oh, well, all of the necessary things have already been invented, so there's not as much to choose from anymore.
Incorrect.
But I guarantee thousands of years from now, there's going to be a bunch of shit where it's like, dude, they lived without blank back then.
Dude, sometimes they didn't have Wi-Fi. What? They had 4G? Oh, God.
That actually, I could see that being like a very common thing for young kids in the future. Like, dude, they used to not have internet.
Yeah. They used to not, like, they'd be on a road trip and they couldn't use their phones.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I was at the gym today, and I don't know why I was thinking about this, but
they had to work out to get muscles? What? I just take a pill.
But there was a time, or there's going to be a time when, like, well, I guess my original thought was I want to be the last human on the planet alive that was born in the 1900s. Because we statistically have a good shot of, because we were born in 1998. Mm-hmm. So the only people that have a better shot of breaking that record is the 99ers. So it's only 1 year difference. And once you get to like 95 years old, like 95 and 96 years old is kind of the same thing.
That's true. I feel like, well, the key to living really long is being as unhealthy as possible, because all the people that are like 115 are all chain smokers and alcoholics.
Yeah.
So that's the key, is just treat your body like a dumpster and you'll live longer.
What's really weird is that there's never really, really old people that are fat. They would be
gone.
No, I know, but like, so it's proof that like,
yeah, you can't
be fat and 100 years old.
Dude,
it doesn't work.
Like, I don't know. One of those guys in the World War II, at the Super Bowl, they had the World War II guys.
Yeah.
There was that one dude in that wheelchair.
Was he fat?
I mean, he wasn't like not fat.
Okay. But that's different because he was in a wheelchair, right?
Looked like, I don't want to be mean, but he was on the verge. He was about to croak.
I mean, I don't think it's
on the
mean.
field.
I think it's probably just facts. Like,
yeah.
When you're that old.
That's gotta suck to get that old and you're like, damn, dude, I'm old as shit.
It was like, to be honest, that was probably one of the most fascinating parts of the Super Bowl for
Yeah,
me.
we're like, damn, that one dude that was walking.
Yeah,
Like, dude, he's like 100.
our whole family was around the TV, and Kyle was there, and we were all like, "Yo, this guy's 100!" And like,
And then we see
he
the guy
was
in the back,
walking.
and we're like, that guy's 100 for sure.
Yeah,
He's like barely alive in that chair. He might even be dead right now. And then there's the other guy walking, and that guy looked like he was 75. That guy was killing it.
But I thought it would be so awesome to be the last person alive on the planet born in the 1900s.
Yeah, you
if
have a
we-
lot of wisdom.
If we get to like 90 years old, which most of us won't, but if we do,
Technology advances. Well, our world would be gone. So
you think when we're 90, you think the world will end?
who knows, dude? We're not headed in a good way.
But like, imagine talking to your great grandkids, and they're like, "You were born in the 1900s." Like, that's gonna blow their mind because they're gonna be born in like
20.
what's like 70 years from now? 2090.
Yeah, they'll be 10.
Yeah, they were born in 2080, and they're like, "What?"
Wow,
I don't
grandpa.
know.
Are you gonna go by grandpa?
That's a
Poppy?
good question.
Pops, pops,
So-
papa,
Unfortunately,
gramp.
well, on my mom's side, it's been a family tradition for generations, but
Poo-poo?
no, it's Papu and Mamu.
Okay,
So my grandma on my mom's side is Mamu, and then the grandpa is Papu.
so you called your grandpa Papu?
Yeah, Papu.
Huh.
And I don't know why. Like, I think little kids originally like it because it sounds like you're like poo.
Papu. Yeah, but then it's like calling someone poo.
No, you're calling him Papu. It's
Yeah,
different.
but like if it's associated with shit, then it's like, this is my poop grandpa.
Yeah, but I think like as soon as when my sister has a kid, then my mom will now be Mamu, and my grandma will still be my Mamu.
Steve would be Papu. Papu. Steve.
Yeah. My dad will be, if he accepts the title. I think it's kind of like a royal
Okay. It's
ceremony.
like getting knighted.
Yeah. Like you gotta one, be worthy of it, and
Papu
two, you have to
Steve.
accept the responsibilities that come along with Papu.
Okay.
You know?
Interesting.
So some of the qualifications are you have to be
Old.
you have to have bad jokes.
Your dad.
You have to be like not very mobile. Like you
You're-
can't be like super athletic.
Explaining your father.
No, and other papus.
Oh, but your dad's fitting the category. So
Yeah,
far, is what I'm saying.
yeah. You have to like old people games.
That. Yeah.
So yeah.
Sudoku.
But like for example, your grandpa you had that would like do like handstand push-ups and shit.
I mean, he didn't do that.
Okay, but like he probably wouldn't maybe fit the mold as much.
Yeah, you want to know what he wanted to go by?
Hmm.
Supreme Father.
He wanted that to be.
Yeah, he used to email us, and he would sometimes he'd write letters or whatever, and he'd sign it off as Supreme Father.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
savage.
I know. I'm trying to do that if I'm a grandpa.
Was it like, dude? That's like
No, he was-
cultish. Like,
Well, no, he was funny.
there's
It was
like
a
ranks.
joke.
There's like Supreme Father, Child,
Yeah,
and everyone reports to the Supreme Father.
yeah. I mean, I just called him Grandpa, but
So you never be like, hey, what's up, Supreme?
no. Yeah, I called all my grandparents Grandma and Grandpa,
Yeah.
so I didn't have any like poo poo pee pee.
It's not poo poo.
Mommy-o.
I know. What does Willard call his grandparents?
Yaya. That's Greek.
Yeah. No, Yaya.
Yaya.
Yaya, not
That's what I said.
Yaya. You
What?
said Yaya.
Yeah. What was it? Yaya.
Yaya, I think. I don't know.
Yo yo ma.
That would be a cool grandma name.
Yo-Yo Ma.
It's Yo Yo Ma and Yo Yo Pa.
Sometimes I call my grandma G ma.
Yeah, that's good.
G mama.
Actually, I kind of want to go by Yo Yo Pa now.
Yo yo pa.
And it's like hyphenated. It's like Yo dash Yo dash
This
Pa.
is my yo yo pod John. Interesting.
Anyways, guys.
Wait, if you're a great grandparent, do they call you great grandpa blank?
No, I mean, I've never had a great grandparent that's been alive, so I don't know. But
Me
from
neither.
what I've heard, I think they just also call them grandpa.
Okay.
Or like,
Old grandma.
or there's like grandpa and then there's papa. And I think papa is like the oldest one,
Yeah, papa.
which is kind of weird because you think it would go like grandpa, papa, and then dad.
Yeah.
But-
When did you start calling your parents mom and dad instead of mommy and daddy or dada?
I don't know.
Or did you
But-
have like a
But I do have a weird
moo moo?
no.
Weren't that kid?
No, but with my dad, our
yeah,
our
you-
names for him have been different than most kids growing up because
Steve.
my whole like he's not like a stepdad or anything. He's not like a guy that I hate. He's like my birth dad, but we call him Steve because he doesn't. I mean, I'll call him dad sometimes, but he doesn't respond. Like growing up, he just didn't have good hearing, and for whatever reason, he would never respond to dad.
Yeah.
So
or he just ignored you until you heard Steve, and he's like, "Oh fuck, what do you want?"
Yeah. So, anyways,
interesting.
I've been having some really weird dreams, and we don't have our segment at the end of the shows anymore for dreams. So I've kind of been like stockpiling, not like specific dreams, but I've been having this overarching theme in my dreams.
I think you got a problem in real life then.
And I need to kind of talk about it because things are getting weird.
Yeah, I'll help you through it.
So this is going to sound weird and dumb, but I need you to try and have an open mind like how I had an open mind for your theory. Okay?
All right.
So
I'm not very good at that.
I'm convinced that I've been having such vivid dreams that I truly feel like I know what it actually feels like to be in a plane crash. Like I know that I've never been in one, and I know. Listen,
I've been having a bunch of plane crash dreams.
I've been having a lot of car flipping, like car crashes, like on the highway where you do these flips, and plane crash dreams, like a lot of them. And
dude, we're about to fly in a month.
I know. And
well, I'm not on your flight, so it's fine.
Listen, I know that when you have a dream, that's like most of the things that happen in your dream is not how it doesn't feel. Like when you wake up, you realize like, okay, that was clearly a dream. That's not how it feels in real life to do that. Or like in your dream, you could fall through the sky and then hit the ground, and it's like, oh, whatever. It's like normal in the dream. And when you wake up, you realize it's not normal. But these dreams that I've been having are like so real that I'm convinced that the feeling that I experience is so vivid of like a plane crash that I'm like, I think the universe is telling me like that. Like I feel like if I was to be in a real plane crash today, it would feel the same. Like I feel like I mentally know what it feels like.
Dude,
so vividly.
You shouldn't fly.
So not just plane crashes though. It's actually been more like barrel rolls in cars. And so I've had a lot of them, but I'll tell you my one from yesterday because I remember it in the most detail.
Is this like every night you're dying in a crash?
Not every night, but like once a week.
Okay.
So with these dreams, I've actually died in none of them.
Okay.
So
wait, like you survive?
Like I survive it and the dream keeps going.
So you like fall out of the sky and crash, and then you just walk out?
No, like it's what would happen in like everything is so real. It's not, there's nothing like weird or supernatural or crazy unrealistic shit. Like everything.
Well, but you would die.
No, but I mean, it's like situations where like you hear of plane crashes where like most people die, but like a couple people survive.
Oh, okay.
It's like that. Like it's very real and like people are dead around me or like.
But are you feeling pain? Pain though?
Yeah. But I'm like
but you're
alive.
Not though.
No, but
it's like
obviously I'm not. I'm in a dream, but my point is the dream is like super based on reality for the most part. So
feels real.
Yeah. So let me tell the plane one because that one was the craziest out of all of them. I like got on a plane and my family didn't know that I was flying somewhere.
Why?
And we got up in the sky and it started like really bad turbulence. And at some point it became very clear that like we were going down. Like I looked out the window that things were smoking and like it was like really bad. It wasn't just turbulence. It was like we're going down.
Okay.
And like it starts shaking and it ends up doing like almost like a full
like a barrel
roll as we're coming down.
It's not good.
And then we like kind of land on like a flat field thing, like relatively flat field. Like
so this pilot's doing barrel rolls and somehow lands the
plane.
I think,
yeah.
That's impressive.
And like we crash and it like catches fire and we get out, or like some of us get out at least. And I just remember in my dream, I got out. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm freaking out, obviously. And I try and get away from the plane. And like I survived. And I just remember I couldn't stop thinking like, holy shit, I just survived a plane crash.
This is going to be great for the podcast.
I just kept saying that and thinking that like, holy fucking shit, I did it. Like, no one does this.
I'm stranded on an island, but I survived. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and so then I was so like thankful to be alive and hyped. I called my family and I'm like, guys, like, you're not gonna believe me, but I was just on a flight. My plane went down, and I survived, and no one believed me.
That would be a pretty cool. Not that it would be cool to be in a plane crash, but it would be cool.
Yeah,
You know
to
what I mean?
know that you like
As
made it
long as
out,
nobody else dies.
which is probably an unrealistic
Yeah.
hope.
It also wouldn't be as cool.
Yeah, and
But I don't want people to die. But all I'm saying is I want to survive a plane crash or do something cool. It's like I have a great story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need better stories in my life.
I mean, you have some good stories. I don't think your life's not bland.
Yeah, but like I want to survive shit, you know?
I mean, yeah, but you have to put yourself in situations that need surviving.
I don't want to do that.
Hey, you want to go skydiving? Maybe your parachute will fail and then you'll
I
like
hope so.
be paralyzed.
That would be the best. That would be cool. I can still do the podcast. I would just be in the chair though.
Just like immobile, just sitting here.
You'd have to set up all my shit. I'd wheel around to the other side when you're setting up the cameras.
Yeah, that'd be good. So I don't want to make this sound like I'm not trying to take anything away or disrespect people that have been in real plane crashes
If anyone's been in a plane crash, let us know.
or like has family or anything. But like, I guess
hope
my
not.
point is, it's so much different than other dreams in the sense that like in a normal dream, if you're in a plane crash, it's like, oh my God, the plane's crashing. You don't remember all the details, and then somehow miraculously you hit the ground and you're like, oh my God, I'm alive. But this, it's like I truly felt like it was me. It was actually me in this and all the details. And
Maybe it is you.
maybe. And so anyways, then I've had a ton of dreams recently where I'm with friends in a car and like we're on the highway going way too fast and we like end up flipping and it just does like tons of barrel rolls and then eventually stops. But last night I had it like it was Inception. You know how it's like a dream inside of a dream, but then it
Oh.
slows down and it'll cut to like the newer dream.
Yeah.
But the old dream is going like really slow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Dude, what the hell are you doing before bed?
dude, I don't know.
I think, you're
And
stuck
so
in the...
it was you,
Inception.
me, and Shim, and we were in a car, and we were on the highway.
Who's
and it was-
driving?
I don't know. I was in the back right seat, the back right passenger, so it was between you and
It was
Shim.
Jordan.
And it was really snowy, and we lose control, and so we start sliding, but we turn like sideways kind of, and we drift into the other lane, and we get hit by a semi
Awesome.
coming at us, and so we start flipping. But I cannot like stress this enough. The feeling of flipping in this car was so real that I'm convinced if I ever do get in a crash where my car flips, I honestly feel like I'll be more prepared because of this dream.
I don't think you can really prepare yourself. You just gotta have a seatbelt on and hope you don't die.
I know, but like the feeling of like whipping around and like your sense of direction getting all fucked up felt so real. And then anyways, but like as we're flipping, it then cuts into new dreams and it came back to us flipping later.
Dude.
So we were flipping and it cut to, I texted you and Shim about it. It cut to just these random scenes. And so one of them, Kyle and Shim and I went into Michael's, which is
Yeah.
which is this arts and crafts store. And this girl that's friends with Shim worked at the front desk. And we went into Michael's. But all I remember about this, you know how there's like super targets that are like,
Oh, yeah. It's Super Michaels.
well, no, it was the opposite.
Oh, it was Mini Michaels?
It was like mini Michael's.
Okay.
And there was like nothing useful in there. Like it was
It's
just
like gas station Michaels.
it was like a gas station, but there was literally like they were out of stock in everything you would want. And all we could find was glue, and then there was resistance bands.
Okay.
That you would use at like the gym.
Things that you would find in Michaels.
Yeah, so we got some glue and resistance bands, and then we went up to the checkout. And this girl who's friends with Shim works there. Well, she doesn't, but in my dream she worked there. And we were talking to her, and then she was like, "Oh, hey Jordan, how's it going? Like, long time no see. What are you up to?" And he just like literally turns, looks at us, and like looks back, and just he totally acts like this girl does not exist.
Dick.
He just did not talk to her. And then all I remember is she got really sad, and we were like, hey, sorry, he's just like being weird right now.
He's going through something.
Yeah, and then we left, and then as we left, it cut back into the car of us flipping more. So, anyways, we ended up surviving. We like got out of the car, like crawled out. It was all fucked up. And
well, I'm glad we lived. I'm glad that I lived.
Yeah.
Well, I just picture you in the middle of your actual sleep, and if you're feeling like you're getting tossed around, I can picture you laying on your back sleeping, and all of a sudden you start like whipping your head around. And, like,
yeah, dude.
That's
well, you know the feeling on roller coasters, like when you go upside down or do like a corkscrew or something, you feel the gravity like shift. You feel like
you're getting pushed a certain way.
Yeah, and it's like I've never felt that much detail in a dream before, but when these things happen recently, I've been feeling it.
Interesting.
So I'm like developing new senses inside my dreams. So
new senses.
Yeah,
like a sixth sense.
Maybe. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Ooh.
That's the kid that sees dead people, right?
Yeah.
That's the kid. That's the guy. That's the guy.
Yeah. What were we? Why were we talking
he
about
looks
him?
the same. Like his face hasn't grown, but his head has.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He has the same face from when he was like 7.
Haley something Osment. Haley Joel Osment.
Something like that.
He's Emily Osment's brother.
I don't know.
She's from Hannah Montana. The friend from Hannah Montana.
Okay.
Sorry.
This is
also, if you've seen Spy Kids, she's the girl with the helicopter pigtails.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that information.
You're welcome. I'm full of knowledge.
So, yeah. That's that.
Okay. Well, while you've been having a lot of dreams, I've been witnessing a lot of things in my area.
Okay.
Okay. So I told you about the guy with the RC car. There's been I got
the guy that
told
said
to like go fuck yourself, you queer on the bus. There's bow-legged guy,
flaming hat
scooter guy. There's been so many guys. All right. Now there's a new guy. Okay.
Okay.
It's old Michael Jackson.
Old Michael Jackson
guy.
All right.
So I'm driving home from the gym, and out of the corner of my eye, I see this figure dressed in all leather, and he's moving weird. Like he's not walking. Like typically, if I'm driving past somebody and they're just walking, I'm probably not going to look at him. But something was off about his movements, so he caught my attention.
All right.
And I look over, and it's this man who is easily 75 or 80.
Okay.
And he's got all leather on, like Michael Jackson shit, like a leather jacket, like he wears in Bad.
Yeah.
Is it Bad or Beat It? Bad. And he's got like a hat, like the hat that he wears, and he's just.
Is he black or white?
He's white.
Okay.
He's got a mustache.
Like a real one, or you
like a real mustache,
Okay.
like Albert Einstein. Like
Okay.
that guy. He kind of looked like that.
Okay. So
And he had long hair too, like flowing out the back. All right.
is there any chance that this guy was just normally dressed like that, or do you think he was really
No.
trying to impersonate?
He was trying to impersonate him because he was dancing while he was walking, and he was so into it. He was doing like all kinds of hat tricks and like moving around, like grabbing his crotch and like hee hee, like that shit. It was cool. And he was like singing too. Like as I drove past him, I looked at him and I saw him, and he was so intensely into whatever he was doing. He was like, beat it, like just dancing.
Yeah.
And it made my morning, and I was so happy when I drove past
Was
him.
he like stationary in one place, or was he doing it while moving
He was
forward?
doing it while walking.
And were there like other people around?
No.
Or this guy?
Nobody around.
And was this like you're not in like downtown Seattle.
No,
You're
it
like
was
out
right
in
by
the
my
suburbs,
house.
kind of.
Yeah, it was like 2 minutes from my house.
So that's just a weird spot for a Michael Jackson impersonator to
Right.
be.
And it wasn't even a sidewalk. He was like on the side of the road.
I'm curious, man.
Dude, this guy was awesome.
People like that, I would love to just talk to them and see like
I'd never seen him before.
what, not in like a judgmental way, but like just talk to those people and be like,
I want to know about you.
yeah, like what made you get to this point? Not trying to like put them down,
Yeah.
but like I'm truly curious, like why do you like to do this? What's the point of it all?
Exactly.
Is it just for fun? Is it to try and like send a message or get someone's attention?
I don't know. That guy was cool though.
Yeah. Oh, my sister. That's funny you say that. When was that?
It was yesterday. No, yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, so 2 days ago, my sister was walking to work in Seattle, and she works kind of near where you work. So it's like,
well, it wasn't where I was working. It was
no,
right
I
by my
know,
house. Okay.
but I'm just saying it's like kind of a sketchy part of Seattle. Not the best area.
Yeah, I mean,
And there was just a shooting right near where she works a couple weeks ago, and so there's tons of cops, way more cops, like police presence down there now.
Mhm.
And she was walking to work, and she said there was a guy in a jester costume,
What?
like full on jester costume with
Hell
the
yeah.
shoes and everything. It was like, she said it was kind of like as if he was trying to be the Joker, but like not really the Joker, but the same vibe, the creepy psycho vibe. And he was skipping and like giggling on the crosswalk, just back and forth and back and forth. And people,
that's how you get punched in the face.
and people were walking by him because it's like a busy area. And so people were just walking by him, like taking Snapchats and like looking at him like, what the fuck is he doing?
Dude.
And he would just go back and forth and
It's
back
like the
and
clowns. That whole
Yeah.
phase of clowns was fucked.
forth. Yeah. So I don't know what he was doing, but
Damn, dude.
there's always people like that.
Yeah, drugs could be involved, or just you're a very unique person.
Yeah.
Like I wonder, those people were probably just regular people at some point, and at some point he just turned into that. You know what I mean?
I mean, probably doesn't do it every day.
No, but well,
Like,
what does he do in an off time?
I
when he's
could-
not gesturing.
Like I could go and do something like that.
yeah, no,
Like
I
I
know.
think it would be fun. Not that I probably wouldn't, but like the idea of like one of our friends dressing up as a jester and going and creeping people out, I think that would be kind of funny.
Okay, but what I'm saying is people that are actually like, if that guy was to do it every single day,
Like someone who's really truly into it.
yeah, somebody who's just full on, they are now a jester,
Yeah.
and that's their little thing. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Like, what do? I jester. I just skip around. It's my thing. At some point, that wasn't their thing.
Yeah.
And how did that become their thing?
Yeah.
That's what I want to sit down and learn about these people.
Yeah. And they're not doing it for like, it's different because if you see someone like that in Vegas, they're probably doing it to
For
make
money,
money
yeah.
or for tips. But
But
these
also, it's
people,
like, who's gonna tip this dude? He's
yeah,
skipping.
these people aren't even doing it for money. They're just doing it because.
Yeah.
Um.
Like Michael Jackson guy. Like, when did he first listen to Michael Jackson and he was like, this is what I am now.
Yeah. And it's kind of weird because he's like substantially older than Michael Jackson would be.
Yeah, he's way older.
So it's like, I don't know. Like I feel like when I'm 50, I'm not gonna be like a diehard fan of anyone that's like 25. I just feel like that'd be kind of weird. Like you can
I mean-
respect someone's music, but
Yeah, I'm not
I just
gonna
feel
be
like
his biggest
being a
fan.
diehard of someone that's that much younger than you is kind of weird.
I agree. That's true. I never really thought about that, but yeah, like my a grandpa's not going to be like the biggest Eminem fan ever, like some 90-year-old guy.
Yeah. But one day there might be an Eminem guy on the street.
That's true, but
You know?
that wouldn't be as recognizable as Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
It's like, Michael Jackson when you see him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's kind of interesting is there's certain celebrities just have this status of like whether they're dead or alive where like if you see someone or who looks like them or you see a picture like
Somebody dressed
who
like
are
them.
the most recognizable humans on the planet?
Michael Jackson.
Like
Well, he's dead.
Obama, like if there's an Obama,
Oprah.
yeah,
I think Donald
Oprah.
Trump is for sure.
Yeah, Trump. I'm just thinking of like who could try and impersonate someone and you instantly know who they're impersonating.
I think Trump is very
Like
impersonatable.
Elvis?
Elvis, yeah.
Um, There's only like a few people
Yeah,
where
there's
you
not a
really
ton.
can put your finger on it right away. Cause like it's
There's like superheroes, like costume
yeah,
stuff.
but when it comes to humans, it's like if someone was to cosplay as like Chris Rock, you're not gonna get it right away.
Because he's just an average looking dude. Like,
Yeah.
he's just a dude. I don't
yeah.
know.
So
Who else?
I'd love to get to that level.
What, to be a dude?
No, the level where someone wants to cosplay me and just
Like-
the whole world knows. But like,
What does cosplay stand for?
Cos-
Costume play? Why is it play?
I don't know. Yeah,
That makes me think of
cosplay
fetish.
just means like dressing up as a person. It's literally it. You're dressing up as generally it's like characters or fictional people though.
But the play. The play
It's just
part.
the word.
I know, but why did they pick that?
What do you
'Cause,
want
like,
them to say? They can't say costume because costumes are already a word.
Yeah, but when it's like foot play.
What do you want? Cause act?
Foreplay.
They can say cause act.
The play is where the fetish comes in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Foreplay is not a fetish. Foreplay is a real thing.
It could be a fetish. They love foreplay.
Okay, it could be like
I'm thinking like
cause
foot
impersonate.
play, like poop play.
It just poop play.
Poop play.
It just sounds good though. Cosplay. It's easy.
Yeah, I get. Yeah,
You know,
there's a lot of plays.
there's a lot of plays.
Halfback dive. It's a play.
Yeah, guys. So hopefully you are enjoing our show so far.
That was a Madden joke for anyone.
Yeah,
Sports Quarter with Kyle.
that's what we could call the segment.
Sports Corner with Kyle. That sucks.
Or
this isn't a corner.
we could call it the fourth quarter. Or no,
it's just
sports with Kyle. All right. I was reading through Reddit and I found a good hypothetical question.
Okay, hit me.
This was gonna be my what would you do if, but I actually found a better one of those.
Oh.
So this is just a page for like hypothetical situations. So the title is someone participating in the Olympics is found cheating ... in a strange way. So here's the situation. Let's say someone enters the Olympics and isn't really heard of or famous, just a random participant. Throughout every event, the person is allowed to wear a hat, regardless of the event. So if it was just a norm where you could be an athlete and you could just wear hats. Like,
okay, all right.
You know, they can wear like a necklace or whatever.
Okay.
So in this universe, it's just normal to wear hats. And they're absolutely crushing it, completing events in record time and barely breaking a sweat. So it's this
Something's fishy.
So it's this random person from Croatia who no one knows, and they're just breaking records.
Okay.
Eventually, that person makes their country win by a large margin. And all seems fine until the winning person trips and their hat falls off, which somehow didn't happen during any other event. Okay. And the person stands up, revealing that they had a rat pulling on their hair exactly like Ratatouille. How would the world react to this? So I got I got some good responses from people.
There'd be some good memes out there for sure. That'd be the most memeable thing probably ever.
Yeah, so someone said
people would start buying rats and putting them on their heads.
Yeah. So someone said I feel the world's general reaction would basically be, what the fuck? Eventually, once everyone gets over their shock, someone might try capturing the rat for study. Mm-hmm. Other rats would also likely be studied to see if this is an isolated case or if rats are this intelligent and skilled. Ratatouille also probably becomes very relevant, and many memes and sales of it probably follow. Study also would probably be done on the human body, and particularly the body of the participant, in order to again see if this is an isolated case or if other human bodies can be controlled in the same way. But still, a lot of people would be left dumbfounded, most likely.
I mean, that's the answer.
It is, but like, I don't know. It's just, I love situations like that where you just got to think about like, what would happen? Like someone said, test the rat, catch it, but you can't because the rat is Usain Bolt.
Oh shit, that's true.
So, but no, really try and imagine.
Put some cheese out, maybe he'll come.
You're watching this live.
Maybe he'll come.
You're watching this live. And you're a fan of the Olympics.
I love the Olympics.
You also love just good sports. You can appreciate it.
Which is why I love the Olympics.
So you just hear about this guy killing it in multiple events. Like he does like his track and field.
Igor Kokslarov.
He does swimming. He does everything, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
You're like, how does this guy have this endurance?
Does everything.
So you sit down one night with the boys. You turn on the TV. You see that guy that your mom doesn't like commentating it.
Bob Costas. He's got double pink eye again.
Bob Costas is commentating. And then the commercial ends, and here he is. His 100-meter sprint, his last event.
He breaks Usain Bolt's record.
He crosses the finish line.
But he leans.
Okay.
And he trips.
And he falls.
He tumbles.
And he gets up, and there's the Ratatouille.
He's looking around. Oh, shit. Then he hops down, and then he runs away, and no one ever catches him.
I know, man. What? But, like, the world would actually go nuts.
Yeah. Think about all the pictures. Like, there's so many great pictures that are taken during the Olympics. Like, there was the one where there was like a lightning striking in the background of Usain Bolt or something.
Yeah,
that was like the coolest picture ever. But there's like hundreds of thousands of cameramen just all like getting everything, and then it's just the reaction of the rat like, oh shit.
And you just see like a close up,
and like he's like booking it, and he's running and like looking around.
Yeah.
There'd be some good pictures.
I'm just picturing like each athlete is wearing their own hat for whatever reason, and then this guy is wearing like the Cat in the hat where it's like really tall.
Or like a top hat, like Abraham Lincoln.
So you like no one knows, and then when it finally comes off, everyone's like, oh my god, it makes sense. Like it all adds up now.
Dude, what if he was dressed like Abe Lincoln too? And he's just like, his name was like Ibrahim Lincoln.
Oh.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Ibrahim.
So
Ib. Yeah, I don't know. That would be, I don't know who could have thought of that.
But like I think in a lot of ways, like the whole Olympics like foundation would have to be reevaluated. Cause like
Russia would be like, yo, why are you letting this guy compete? Why can't we do our steroids and be in peace?
And then there becomes this moral conversation about like what constitutes cheating. Cause it's like,
I mean, that's cheating.
But if you could insert a rat in like inside your intestines, let's say, and he could make you a machine, that's not a steroid. And how are they going to test
That's a performance enhancer though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they draw the line. They'd find a way to ban it, probably.
Yeah, but
I don't know how they would write that. Just imagine reading that rule. You can no longer consume rats for the use of them controlling your body.
Yeah.
And they like test people. They do like x-rays of every person, and they just see rats in their people's stomachs, and they're like, nope, you're out of here.
And then like as soon as the rat is off your head, your body reverts back to like what it looked like before.
He's just some normal guy.
Yeah. And then when he has the rat on, he's like shredded. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Who thought of this?
I don't know. And who also
That's weed. Somebody is really high and had an original thought.
I mean, yeah. But that's still not.
Someone's
an original
high
thought.
watching Ratatouille, and they're like, dude, what if that guy was in the Olympics and like Remy was controlling like a sprinter? That's exactly what happened.
I'll stand by this. Ratatouille is one of I've said it before. I don't really like animated movies that much, which
this guy hates
kill
Shrek.
me for it. Sure,
I will
fine.
kill you if you don't like Shrek.
I don't really like animated movies, but Ratatouille is phenomenal.
It's a great movie.
It
I
is
haven't
an
seen it in a
awesome
while.
movie.
Now I want to watch it.
I know, so I want to rewatch it again too.
Let's watch it tonight.
You want to hop into the segments?
Let's do it. Okay, John. What would you do if, since we've been talking about what would you do if a rat was controlling? What would you do? This one I was proud that I thought of. What would you do if you found out that your dad was your mom was your brother, and your sister was your dad?
How did you think of this?
I don't know, man. It was like literally on the way over here. I was like, oh, what if John's dad was his mom was his brother, and his sister was his dad? Everything's confusing. What would you do?
Oh, so I don't currently have a brother, but does that mean I really have had a brother my whole life?
Your mom's actually, biologically, your mom is your brother. Your dad, like you guys all do your ancestry, and you find out like Steve is your mom,
okay,
your mom is your brother, and your sister is your dad.
So
and they've all been lying to you. You've been duped your whole life.
So I have had a brother my entire life. Yeah, it's just my mom,
and your sister has been your dad the entire life. Your dad gave birth to you.
Okay,
but he's your mom though.
So logically breaking this down, does that mean like if this was actually happening, how would that? Like, does that mean... So, did my dad have he transitioned?
No. Your dad... Oh,
yeah,
like
my
after.
dad transitioned.
Oh, I don't know. Have you seen your dad's dick?
Well, you said my dad is my sister.
No. Wait. No, your dad...
Yeah, you said...
No. Your dad's your mom.
And then my sister...
Your mom... No, like,
okay.
You find out that these people are actually opposite genders. Like, your mom has never been a woman. Your dad has always been a woman.
How? Wait.
Okay. Think about what would you do, John?
Okay, so I'm
just follow. This is a realistic scenario. This could really happen one day.
Sorry, the question threw me off.
I'm sorry.
So it's not that they transitioned into something else.
It's that they
have always been that.
Your dad has always been a woman, and he gave birth to you.
Yeah.
And then you find out, and then you call them out on it, and you're like, wait, this is weird. And then your parents are like, you know what? It's right. And they show you baby pictures of your dad like, ah, and your sister holding his hand like, it's okay, honey. And your mom as a little boy next to you.
So
this is one of the dumbest things I've ever come up with.
This is good. It's dumb, but it's actually really good.
Yeah. What would you do?
I don't know. I don't think. Well, originally I wouldn't believe anybody, but then if they showed me
photo
proof,
evidence,
I think it would actually fuck me up for a while, and I really probably wouldn't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
Because if anyone close to me was lying to me for my entire life about anything, I'd be pretty upset about it. So
yeah, that's real. That's fair.
So I think what I would do is I would first get proof, then I would start seeing a psychologist or a
maybe
therapist.
you question whether or not you are a woman, or whether
You've
or not
already had one of these about what if I was a woman.
I don't know why.
I
That's
think
the
you
first
really want me to be a woman.
Maybe I'm trying to hint at something that your parents have told me.
Oh.
And your parents, I mean Morgan and Steve.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, then I'd probably tell my sister's boyfriend that.
No, he knows.
Oh. So my sister is actually my dad,
Uh-huh.
and so my dad is a boyfriend.
That's gay. Sorry.
So he's married, but then he also has a boyfriend on the side.
Yeah, they're polyamorous. It's cool. They're cool with it. So you just kind of lose trust in everyone,
and then I just move out and try and move on with my life. I think that's the only realistic option for me.
Yeah. Then your dad can't really be Papu.
Yeah, because my dad's a woman.
Your brother,
so my dad would be Mamu.
Morgan is Papu.
Yeah, I guess.
You got to start calling your mom Karin. Oh no, but she's a dude.
Yeah, but that's still her name.
Yeah.
So it's a dude named Karin.
Maybe it's Carl. Okay, whatever. That was dumb.
Kyle.
Yeah.
I found this one on Reddit as well. What would you do if you got a 100-sided dice and you can roll it as many times as you want, and if you roll a 1, you die. But if you roll anything else, you get $1 million.
Oh, how many times would I roll it?
And then the question is, would you roll it? And if yes, how many times would you roll it?
Yeah, I'd roll it.
So,
dude, honestly, a 1% chance. I'd probably roll it like. Is this my only opportunity to ever roll it?
Well, that's the good question. In some of the responses, people said it depends on if I get to keep the option of rolling it for later situations in the future. If I get to keep the dice, then I'll roll it once and roll it again if I ever really need money.
Exactly.
If I don't get to keep it, I would roll it 5 times.
I'd probably do like 5 to 10.
Damn, 10 times?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's making my chances. Yeah.
I mean, it still is like a 1% chance, but if you're doing it 10 times.
If I die. Whatever, man.
Yeah,
that would suck. Yeah.
I mean, it would depend if it's like a painful death or just like a chill death.
Or I just drop dead. Just one. And
yeah. Like, obviously, I wouldn't want to drop dead, but I'd be much less afraid of dying if it's just like.
Yeah, it's like the second
lights go out.
One, it's just.
Someone said.
I think what would be worse, though, is if it's a 1, like, one of my friends or family members dies. It's like if I get a 1 instead of me dying, it's like your dad dies or like your sister dies.
But what if like
you have to kill your dog?
No, it's your dad that dies, but if it lands on the money, your dad gets the money.
Oh.
So my dad would be like, John, please just roll it.
Keep rolling it.
Someone did this whole math equation,
nerd.
And then they said, so around a 95% chance you live and get $5 million. I'll do it. They said, fun fact, do it 100 times and your chances of living are still around 36%. So they said, for $100 million, is it worth it?
No, it's not. If you have $100 million, you can be fine with $50 million. You could be fine with 25. I just need like $5 million and I'm chilling forever.
All right. Someone said, knowing my luck, I'd probably roll a 1.
Well,
you have had pretty bad luck.
I have had bad luck. I think I'm getting sick again, so.
But your just wear your casino shirt.
That's true. I almost wore it today, and then I didn't.
I'm glad you mixed it up because in our last like 7 episodes, it's like been looking pretty bad with the color scheme.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's like
so I decided to dress up in a black shirt
with a
logo.
picture on it, which is good.
It's got a dog with baseball. You know what movie this is from?
That one you like.
Yep, that one movie.
The Killing Me Smalls.
Yeah, it's The Sandlot.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Kyle, what's something you shouldn't say to a stranger?
This is one that I personally just don't like to be called. I don't like when people call me buddy, and I've come to terms with that. I don't like buddy or bud. Hey, bud. Oh, thanks, buddy. I hate that.
Only if a stranger, though. What if a friend says it? Does that bother you?
If it's like a peer, I don't really care. If it's somebody that is older than me, if they say it. Because then it feels so demeaning if somebody says it. Like, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Like, hey, buddy.
So even if, like, you're at Chipotle and then the guy making your thing finishes, slides it over to the person at the thing, and then you kind of move over and they're like, hey, buddy, what'd you get? Does that bother you?
Yeah, that bothers me. To me, it feels like they're referring to me as a little kid. And I'm not a little kid. I'm not.
Okay, yeah, I feel you.
So I don't call people buddy.
That's good.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, don't do it to others.
Correct. Don't do to others as you don't want done to you. That's not how it goes.
It's the golden rule.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's do unto others
As
I hate unto. What does that even mean?
unto, yeah.
Do unto others as
unto
as one would do unto oneself.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
So
So something that I think you shouldn't say to strangers is if you have like a lot of times, like we were talking about dreams earlier, and I have a lot of fucked up dreams, or just like I even have like messed up thoughts sometimes. And sometimes if I'm in like a store, for example, I think of like what would happen if I was like a psycho killer and came in here and shot people.
Okay.
Like I would never do that.
So you're just saying don't say your thoughts.
Well, my point was don't say like if you thought about like killing all the people in this room. So like if I was in Chipotle and I thought like what would happen if I burst in the door and started shooting everyone, I probably shouldn't tell the person behind me that I was thinking that.
Dude, what if you had this disorder where it's like every 100 thoughts you say that thought, every 100 thoughts, and it's like you're at 99, you're like, oh shit, don't think about killing people. Don't think about killing people. I could kill you.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dude, there's this show that has been being advertised on like, I don't know, most 99% of cable TV shows suck now, I feel like. But anyways, it's this new cable TV show coming out. I forget what it's called, but it's the dumbest like little idea for a show. Every person other than this one girl like sings their thoughts. So like this girl is in this world and she doesn't know what's happening because everyone she talks to is singing their thoughts out loud.
Wait, it's a show?
Yeah. It's a show.
And they all just sing.
And it's like, I mean, I don't know the whole storyline, but like, yeah, she's trying to figure out why her life is like this and like, why are people singing to her all the time? And it's like the thoughts that are in their head, they just sing them. I was like, this is the dumbest thing of all time. Yeah. So
that's really dumb.
All right. Last segment here. Sports with Kyle.
Yeah. I was trying to think about what's happening in the sports world right now. For football fans, we're probably sad that the Super Bowl's over. But that's okay because today is the first game of the XFL.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch any of it. I was working.
And it was the Seattle team.
Yeah, Seattle team.
And they lost.
And they lost.
By 12.
12. That's fine, though. Seattle teams, we're used to it, other than the Seahawks.
Our quarterback had 2 pick sixes.
No?
So,
did he really? That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate to see it. Yeah.
There's a guy from our high school on the team. So
Yeah.
that's exciting. Another person to root for.
Yep, that's cool. Couple former Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the cheapest form of football. It's like I don't want to watch you, but if I really want football, I could watch you, I guess. It's like the AAF.
Yeah, it would be cool if so for those of you who aren't really into sports, it's just this new football league.
They altered the rules a little bit.
It's a little different than regular football rules, but basically it's just the people that weren't good enough to play in the NFL or the CFL. Would you say this is more prestigious than the CFL or less?
I
Probably
mean, a lot of the
less.
guys could play in the CFL, but I think maybe they just.
Do you think you get paid more in the CFL?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh.
But anyways, but this league. Did you watch the kickoff? How they do the kickoffs now?
No, I've heard it's different.
Dude,
though.
yeah, the kickoff. They kick off from the 30, like the
opposite 30.
Yeah, their own 30. And everybody else is lined up like on the 50.
Okay.
And then the other team, it's like just a line of everybody else on the 50, and then there's like everybody else on like the 40,
Okay.
the other 40, and then one kick returner in the back. So the kicker's like by himself.
Oh, so
and
there's just a bunch of open space for him to run.
Yeah. So no, it's like a kicker, and then like 20 yards, his line of people, 10 yards, their line of people,
Yeah.
and then like 20 yards, kick returner. The kicker kicks it over everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody moves until the kick returner catches the ball, and then it basically ends up. He caught the ball like 10 yards behind his players,
Yeah.
and then it ends up being just like they all kind of collide, and he tries to pick a gap and go through it.
That's kind of cool.
It was
it's
interesting to
something
see.
different.
Yeah, he got tackled like right away, but
Yeah.
it was interesting though.
How do the people lining up that are facing away from their returner, how do they know when he catches it? Is there a ref that'll tell them, like, go?
I think maybe they just see people move and they go.
Oh.
I don't really know. That's what it
Yeah.
looked like. I mean,
Yeah. I heard that you can do 2 forward passes as long as the first pass doesn't go past the line of scrimmage.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like they could.
So you could do a forward pass and then another forward pass as long as the first pass stays behind the line of scrimmage. So.
Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of just different rules that they're trying out, I think. And I think I would say that the hope for this league is that maybe there's something that the NFL could adopt that's like, oh, that's kind of cooler
Yeah.
or that's better.
I worry, like, just for the league, like the success of the league. I noticed that in this first game, there was a good amount of people there. Obviously, it's not a sold-out stadium, and I don't think anyone ever expected that. There's still a lot of open seats, but there was way more people there than I expected, and there was actually people that had, like, already bought jerseys, like, that were true fans, and it was pretty loud whenever they would score. And so that was exciting, but I worry that, like, the hype is going to die really quick.
Well, that's
and,
exactly what happened with the other league, too.
Yeah, and I feel like 4 or 5 weeks in, like, it's going to be really cool the first couple weeks, and then no one's going to care, and then they're going to stop making money, and then they're not going to.
It's bad football. It's like players that aren't good enough in the NFL. There's a couple. I mean, it's good for the players. Like they're getting more opportunities to show that maybe they deserve to play in the NFL. So there's definitely gonna be guys that move into the NFL from there.
That would be cool to see someone kind of journey from that league to the NFL.
Yeah, but it's just bad football. It's like I don't really want to watch really bad football. But if I really want football, I could watch it.
But, like, I like watching high school football when it's on ESPN, and they're definitely worse than
that's true.
those guys.
That's true. I mean,
it's kind of like as long as the two teams playing each other are equal skill, for me it's fun to watch. Because like if I'm watching an NFL team versus a high school team, it's not going to be fun.
Yeah.
But like watching two college basketball teams play for me is equally or more fun than watching 2 NBA teams play, even though the college teams are way worse. You know.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, I don't know. The XFL.
I want to go to a game. I think
I do too.
Me and Shim should go to a game.
I'm down
and see what it's all about.
Yeah. I feel like the players are trying to learn the rules too, and they don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just no one knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Who knows, man?
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, thank you. Where? Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode of Peak to Middle School. This has been great. There are new episodes of this show every single Monday and Thursday. So
you should listen to those.
You should listen because we'll be here. And you should tell your friends because it helps out a lot. So maybe throw us on your Instagram story or be like, hey, dude, you're going on this flight tomorrow and you don't know what to do and you don't want
to download podcasts.
You don't want to play Flappy Bird anymore because you kept that on your phone downloaded. You didn't delete it because you knew.
Did you?
That it'll be worth money one day and someone will buy your phone because when they take Flappy Bird off the App Store, you want to be the guy that still has Flappy Bird.
Really seems like that's what your thought process was.
But he maybe doesn't want to play Flappy Bird because he's played it too much and he can't break his record. So you're like, dude, check out Peak to Middle School podcast and go in the Apple Podcast app and leave a review.
I'm pretty sure this scenario will never happen.
No, but like, something like that.
Sure.
So
Something along those lines.
Anyways, guys, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/PimsPodcast where there's extra content and you can pledge $5, $10, or $15. So literally like a Chick-fil-A sandwich, and you could get access to extra content.
Chick-fil-A sandwich, extra content.
Yeah. You don't even need Chick-fil-A today. Don't be fat. Don't get Chick-fil-A. Go get a.
You could get Chick-fil-A and then watch our extra thing.
Yeah. But my point was that like if you have $5 to spend on one thing or the other,
you don't need it.
Yeah, you could go get like a salad, but the salad is probably also $5.
You can just not buy
so
food.
Then you're fucked.
Just go hungry and listen to us.
Yeah. So if you want extra content, be sure to check that out. Kyle, where can they follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram at KyleStafford36. Follow the podcast at Pims Podcast. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You know the drill.
Yep. You can follow me at Hey Narwhal on all the good stuff. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.